Hey Flosstube, it's Kim the 303 Stitcher, and I am here for Flosstube number 13. If you are new here, welcome. This is my channel on the interwebs all about my love for cross stitch and the projects that I'm working on. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back and seeing what I have been working on. It's been a little bit since I've been here. I think it's been just shy of a month. February kind of got away from me, and I got out of a schedule I was trying to do it every 2 weeks, and then by the time I recorded in February, I don't know, it was just all weird. I'm in my basement recording, so if you hear anything, it's people are upstairs and moving around and stuff like that. So for the month of February, I'll just do a recap. Today is March 1st officially, so happy March. It's my birthday month, pretty excited about that. And we have a big trip scheduled this month, so pretty excited. So for the month of February, I did, and I have notes, so if I'm looking down, it says I have all my notes. So for the month of February, I did 16,065 stitches. I worked on 9 projects, and I had 0 new starts. So I have all of my projects here, and we're just going to get into it. These are not in any order per the usual. If I have cover photos or I have anything with me, I will put them in. I'll try to edit. I'm kind of tired today and kind of sore. We helped my brother-in-law and sister-in-law move into their new house yesterday, so I'm moving a little slow today. So the first project that I worked on this is the haunted house. This is the Fabulous House series. This is by Cottage Garden Samplings, and this was house number 11. This was, I think, last year's series that they did. They're working on the second Year in the Woods series right now, which I am collecting. I just haven't started any of them. And so yeah, so this was the project that I worked on for a little bit this month. And this one got a total of 1,098 stitches, and I did this on the called for fabric, which is prehistoric, which is a 40 count. Sorry, nose itch, YouTube nose itch, the normal. The lighting isn't, let's see if I can show you all what I did. Lighting's not the best down here today, I apologize. So yeah, so this one is stitched on 1/1, or no, 2/1. Nope. Yes, no. It's a hot mess today already. So I'm stitching this 1/2. There we go. And I'm using all the called for. So this is like a variegated thread. That is, I want to say, what color is that one? That one actually was really fun. I was really unsure about it at first. And then it is Stormy Night by, I think it's Weeks Dye Works. Let's see. Oh, sorry, crinkles. Nope, Classic Colorworks, Stormy Night. So that one's fun. I wasn't sure how it was gonna come out at first when I first looked at it, and I was like, I don't know, but I actually really loved it, which is why I ended up doing 1,000 stitches on it. I don't have percentages or anything like that done for this because this is a paper pattern, so I'm just rolling with it. And then the next project that I worked on, let me put this back in the bag, is gonna be Starry Starry Gnome. This one is by Adniel Studio, I think. This is a Stitch is So Beautiful. So this is, as you can see, 400 by 400. It is 91 colors, and this is what it will look like when it is done. And y'all, I don't know what they're doing upstairs. I told them I was coming down to record, and we just keep dropping things and making noises, so sorry. My kitchen is right above us. So this is what this looks like so far, just a bunch of 939. And I did a total of 1,005 stitches on this, and it is on 28 count, and I'm doing this 1/1. So yeah, that's what that looks like so far. And I didn't write down percentages, y'all. Even though these are in markup, I just, yeah, I didn't do it. Sorry. So then the last time I was here, actually 2 times ago that I was here, I pulled some of the Harry Potter cards, and I was supposed to work on, a project with Backstitch, which was going to be the Peppermint Purple cell from like last year, and I just didn't get around to doing it, but I did get around to doing it this time. So I did not write down how many stitches I did. I think I did over 1,000 on this. So basically continuing to fill in the border, and I think I did a couple of fill in of those boxes. So yeah, I love working on this one. I don't know, I hate backstitching. I think I said this in my last video. I absolutely hate backstitching, but I love doing black work apparently. So yeah, that one was fun. And then another project, let me pull out, I have multiple projects and multiple bags just because it was easier to bring them all downstairs. So the next project that I worked on was, this is LGBTQ Quaker. This is by Veefsters on Etsy. And I did 600 stitches on this. I'm stitching this, I think it's on a 25 count Lugana and antique white. I wish I could tell you who the actual fabric manufacturer was, but I haven't looked at 123 Stitch, but I love this fabric. The holes are huge, and it's really easy to work on. So I added 600 stitches. I worked on this last night for a little bit. And so what I did is I filled in this entire square here, and then I started on this one here. So this one usually is a travel piece for me because you guys might be able to see. Yeah, I mean, the weave on this is amazing. So it's really easy to take with me and just stitch it on the go, because I can see it without a whole lot of extra light. So this might be my travel piece for when we travel later this month. We'll see. This one I did kind of remember last night seeing that this one's at about, I think, just shy of 48% complete. So so that is LGBTQ Quaker by Veefsters. That one is stitched 2/2 full across. The next project, let me make sure I don't have any more in this bag here. Nope. So the next project that I have that I worked on was, I pulled out Honeymoon Sunset, which y'all have heard me come in here and talk about Satan's toilet brush. That is this project. So if y'all want to see what this looks like, if you don't follow her, which I'm sure everybody already does, go check out Jen the Caffeinated Crafter. She works on this pretty frequently. I know she's been having a lot of like work stuff and life stuff going on, but she works on this pretty frequently and she shows it on her videos. So and she's way further along than me. So this project got 718 stitches. I'm still working in Satan's toilet brush. So this is charted, I believe, Abraham Hunter, and it was charted by, like, the artwork is by Abraham Hunter, and it was charted by the Cross Stitch Studio. This is where I am. So I literally just kept working, filling in, bringing this tree down because I really want to kill this tree at this point. I did originally start this project so it's on 32 count. I did start this originally as a tent stitch, so I had started at 2/1 tent stitch, and the confetti in that tree just was not my favorite. So I actually pulled out fabric to restart that on 25 count. And then I decided, once I pulled it out, I mean, that piece of fabric was like 55 inches. I mean, it was a huge piece of fabric. And I pulled it out and I unfolded it. And when I went like this and it was bigger than my arm span, I said, new start paralysis and no thank you. So I actually switched that project to 1/1 full cross. And I found a different needle, and so far it's working. So I actually was not hating that as much, even though I was working in a lot of those like confetti stitch areas. So I'm thinking I'm gonna still keep going on 32 count and just switch it to 1/1 full cross and just keep going that way. So yeah, so that was Honeymoon Sunset. Like I said, I have 718. Oh, I do have here. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Ta-da! As you can see, I'm just working in this tree. I was really regretting, and like, I don't know, I was really just not looking forward to pulling that out. But once I got into a rhythm and found what worked, I actually didn't want to put it down, but I had other things to do. So the next project I have, this is Poltergeist Pirates. So I do have what that's gonna look like. And let me fish this out of the bag. There we go. So this one, so for last time when we pulled the Harry Potter card, the prompt cards, one of the prompts that we pulled was stitch a project with a ghost. And so I went through my projects and I was trying to figure it out. And then this one, I was like, oh wait. I was like, I think that Poltergeist Pirates by Glendon Place has ghosts, and it does. Ghosts. So this was the project that I pulled for that prompt. And I am stitching this with everything called for. So I'm stitching this on the Bang Casual Linen. And yep, that's the right way, with all the specialty flosses and stuff like that too. So I'm stitching this 2/2 full cross. And I ended up stitching basically from the bottom of that mast, where that, I think they call it a nest bowl. So that mast there up top of the nest bowl, that was pretty much done. So I just went up the pole and then kind of stitched in a little bit. And this, you can't tell right now, but this is actually, was it Petite Treasure braid? It's the glow in the dark. So of course I started stitching it and I was like, ooh, let me turn off the light. And of course, yeah, I could see it. I ran to show my wife. It was, yeah, she was not as excited as me. So that's where we are on this one. This one's really fun to stitch too. So this one got a total of 402 stitches. And like I said, this is the 28 count Bang, I think it's Casual Linen, and I'm stitching it 2/2. Put all that back together. This is my fun project bag for it, which I guess is upside down that way. I'll show you this way. And did I shove any other projects in here? Nope, I didn't. Okay, so then the next projects, the last couple projects that I worked on is, so I worked on Chimera Black Rose Max Color. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Lori Prindle. This has been my focus, so I don't have like the artwork or anything like that printed. I only did 816 stitches. Yeah, this project, I think I mentioned this on my last Flosstube, but this was my focus for this year, and it's just, it's like not my focus at this point. A lot of confetti in this area. As you can see, some of the roses and stuff are coming in. Yeah, so this project was for my daughter, or was for my daughter. I don't know, we'll see. I started this when she was in 5th grade. She's now in 10th, and she's kind of like, eh. So it might be just a me project, and I might end up putting it on the wall. Maybe cover my water shutoff valve that's right there. So this is on 25 count. This is stitched 1/1 full cross. Next project, as I cover my notes, is Glistening Wings. This is the 2026 Heaven and Earth, one of the 2026 Heaven and Earth Designs charts that they offered. I think it's by L&L Designs. So this one is being stitched on 28 count. This is 1/1, and I did 2,047 stitches. So I actually filled in a lot in here. Yeah, so it was really nice seeing some of these brighter colors, because I was just working in like these dark yellows and oranges and stuff, so it was nice to have that little pop of color come in. So that's actually one of the dragonfly wings. This one, I'm not racing to finish or anything like that. I'm just kind of stitching on it as it feels right. So, and then the last project, this one has been my baby this month. And it does have a parked thread, so sorry about that. So this one is Amazing Animal Kingdom, Supersize Max Color. This is artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Hade. I am stitching this on 32 count, 1/1 full cross. And my goal for this month was to only do 2,400 stitches. So in one of my Facebook, nope, it's a Discord game. They moved to Discord, and it's the Fandom Stitching Central, I think is what it is. One of their yearly prompts is to stitch 2,026 stitches on a project, out of 26 projects. And so my goal for this one was just to do 2,400 stitches, because I use it for the weekly, they do weekly stitching prompts, and so you can do like 200 up to 200 stitches per prompt, and there's 6 prompts per week. So I was like, oh, I'll just use it for 2 weeks. And that'll get me 2,400 stitches, which is what I've been doing for my other projects. So this one got a total of 4,714 stitches. I could not put this down. I actually had to make myself put this down yesterday and work on the LGBTQ Quaker flag, because I was like, I have other projects I need to get to. But this project, I could probably easily stitch on this for, I don't know, for a while. It was just, and this is why. So look, I was like, I filled in all of this. I'm pretty sure I started this wasn't here last time, and I finished like the books. So yeah, I mean, you can see there's just a little bit right here that hasn't been done. But once I saw this gorilla back come in, and I was like, no, I'm gonna finish the gorilla this month. And I didn't. That gorilla it's actually huge. It doesn't, on the chart, I was like, oh, it's kind of small, but that's fine. It is huge. It's so many stitches. So yeah, that is, I love this project. And the confetti isn't too bad. I'm using a size 28 needle. I think it's by Pony Brand Company. Yeah. And that needle just goes through this fabric like butter. So, it's right here. Yeah. So I think this one will keep coming out. I just don't know how often, but this is super fun to work on. If you want to see what this looks like, further along, go check out, I think it's Siski Stitches, I think is her Flosstube. She's been working on it, and so she'll show her progress. She shows her progress pretty frequently. So that is all that I worked on this month. And so without further ado, I think I'm going to pull 4 cards, just because I did skip a week in February, recording and whatnot. Oh, I got YouTube itchy nose. Hold on. And so because I did skip a week in February, I'm going to pull 4 cards, and just kind of see how we go. So I'll pull 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. What do we get? Let's see. So the first one I got is Stitch on a Project with an Umbrella. That might be challenging. I don't know that I have any projects with umbrellas. I'll have to look. Again, if I don't have any projects and I can't match something up, I am not going to start something new. I will end up pulling out Dumbledore's Library, which is charted by the Cross Stitch Studio, and I will just do some penalty stitches on that. Most of these I've been putting in at least a day or an evening into for stitching. So we'll see what we come up with this one. The next one is Stitch on a Project with a Ring. Again, I don't know what I have. I don't know if Ileana has a ring. Maybe Princess Ileana. I'll have to look. So Dumbledore might be getting a whole lot of stitches this over the next 2 weeks. A project with specialty stitches. What do we all consider specialty stitches? Do we consider backstitching specialty stitches, or I'll have to think about this one too, because I don't really do a lot of like specialty stitching, so other than like specialty thread. Oh, this one will be easy. Stitch on a project with a bird. This one, as you saw, and I just talked about Amazing Animal Kingdom, that one had a bird on it. I probably will just go ahead and do some more stitches on that project. So project with a bird will probably be this one. Or maybe a new start. We'll see. So that is it for the stitching, y'all. If that's all that you are here for, thank you so much for being here. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about. Oh, I did get some stuff. I bought, so Heaven and Earth Designs had a sale. I bought Winter Cookie Party, again, enabled by Jen on that one, because it just, and I'm with her in some stitching groups, and it looks so good. So I bought Winter Cookie Party. I don't know when I'm going to start that one. I did get my fabric from Oak Crown Studios. So, actually I'm going to pause this and go grab that. Okay. So then so I just changed it for this month, but, or for the month of March. But this is a fat half, because I don't know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to find a fabric, I love it, and I'm going to want so much of it and stitch so many projects on it. So just did a fat half. So this is called Raven, again, by Oak Crown Studio. So this is Fiber Arts Amy. And that's actually kind of showing true to color, actually. So this is Raven. This is a 25 count. Let me see. Yeah, kind of true to color. It's a purple and a pink. 25 count even leaf is what I get. So I don't have any plans for this one yet. We'll see. I did make some acquisitions from Nashville. So those, whenever they get here, I'll show you what I purchased through Nashville Market. But that's it, y'all. I don't really have a lot. As I said, we're traveling this month here in a couple weeks, so work is gonna be absolutely bonkers. I'm gonna be working pretty much nonstop. My birthday's next weekend, so looking forward to that. I actually took Thursday and Friday off. Friday's my birthday. And we're just gonna do dinner. I think after all my complaining about not getting any winter and not getting any snow, I mean, I think last week Monday it was 76 degrees here in Denver. The forecast is trending to be a snowstorm on my birthday, which is totally normal and par for the course, because I was actually born in Michigan, and I just remember my birthday always being snowy. So I am actually okay with Mother Nature having some snow on my birthday this year, because we need it. So I kind of feel like it's a gift that I've been asking for. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of see where we go. I think we were going to go to sushi for dinner with the fam maybe that night. And I'm just going to be working. So it's Jess, and then obviously kids have school. We helped my brother-in-law and sister-in-law move into their house that they bought in like October. They've been remodeling it. It looks really, really nice. So my nephew is 18 months, 19 months, somewhere in there. So he got to move into his new house yesterday. So yeah, that was fun. It was fun to kind of see everybody get together and help out, and it didn't take too long. So I'm gonna go stitch, and enjoy the rest of my weekend before my crazy work month starts. But I will try to come back here and see y'all before we go out of town. I may even try to record before that and just schedule it to drop while we're out of town. So we'll see. But I will see you guys in a couple weeks. And thank you again for being here and for hanging out with me for the last 25 minutes and 23 seconds. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.